Hello and welcome to the live coverage of YooCric. You're watching West Indies versus Sri Lanka first T20, and the match is about to begin very soon. And the good thing is, toss has already been happened. Weather is looking clear. Opening batters are out. Patum Nisanka, Kusal Mendes, and starts off with a double. Akil Hussain will start with a new ball. Match is happening at Sabina Park, Kingston, Jamaica. We are here at the first over. पहली गेंद पे यहाँ पे 3 आ चुके हैं. And let's see if it's a good toss to win here. Around the wicket, first slip in place, short and outside the off stump, punched off the back foot toward the covers. 3 to start the series. Kusal Mendes 106 innings, 2600 plus runs. And Pathum Nisanka, another star batter for Sri Lanka. 90 innings, 2600 प्लस रन्स फॉर हिम एज वेल. दोनों ही बैटर्स के 2600 प्लस रन्स है, तो ये अच्छी बात है. ओपनिंग गेंदबाजी करेंगे अखिल हुसैन. 92 इनिंग्स, 93 विकेट्स इन हिज T20 करियर. And let's see how this game goes from here. Let's talk about the playing 11 की भी हम बात करेंगे. And let's see what are the changes they have made for this game. And let's see what will we see in this first over as well. क्या पावर प्ले स्कोर होगा, ये भी देखने वाली बात होगी इस मैच में. फर्स्ट डॉट अखिल हुसैन अगेन बॉलिंग फ्रॉम द फ्रंट. We usually see West Indies starting with the spinner, and we're seeing it again in this first T20 game. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे. अखिल हुसैन has been a star performer for Chennai Super Kings as well in the IPL. So plenty of players are back in the side. Back to back dot गेंदे देखते हैं आखिरी दो. How Akil Hussain will finish his first over. Last two ball of this over. Yet to see that first boundary or a maximum. Here we go, first boundary. Excellent shot from Nisanka. 8 so far in this over. Still a ball left. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे हम क्या देख पाएंगे. So far he has been bowling off at really good length, but this time Nisanka finds the gap. Still a ball left. And just a dot ball to end this over. 8 runs coming from it. 8 for none आफ्टर फर्स्ट ओवर. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पहला ओवर का खेल हो चुका है और शुरुआत ठीक ठाक रही है. वैसे शुरुआत करते हुए 8 के रन रेट से. एंड लेट्स सी हूज गोना बॉल द नेक्स्ट ओवर. एंड लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द लाइनअप फॉर दिस गेम. तो उस बारे में भी हम चर्चा करेंगे. देयर आर प्लेंटी ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स बैक इनटू द साइड फॉर दिस T20 गेम. जेसन होल्डर, शेपर्ड, इवन हिटमायर इज बैक इनटू द साइड. तो काफ़ी प्लेयर्स फिर से आ चुके हैं इस मैच के लिए. एंड इट्स गोना बी अ रियली इंटरेस्टिंग गेम. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द प्लेइंग 11, शाई होप, ब्रैंडन किंग, हिटमायर, रस्टन चेस, शफिन रुतरफोर्ड, रॉमन पॉवेल, जेसन होल्डर, रोमायो शेपर्ड, मैथ्यू फोर्ड, अखिल हुसैन एंड शमा जोसेफ प्लेइंग 11 टुडे फॉर वेस्ट इंडीज. ऑन अदर हैंड श्रीलंका की बात करते हैं, देखते हैं उनकी टीम में क्या चेंजेस है. पतुम निसंका, कुशल मेंडिस, क्रूज पुल रत्नायके है, खमिंदु मेंडिस भी है, दसुन शनका इज बैक, their ex-captain वनिंदु असरंगा, तीक्षणा, शमीरा, ईशान मलिंगा एंड मधुशंका. Matthew Ford to share the new ball. Let's see यहाँ पे शुरुआत कैसी रहती है. Over the wicket, again a slip in place. Good length outside the off stump, seaming in. Placed toward the backward point for a single. नए ओवर की शुरुआत यहाँ पे सिंगल के साथ शुरुआत करते हुए. मैथ्यू फोर्ड देखते हैं. पहले 6 ओवर्स क्रूशल होंगे. फर्स्ट पावर प्ले वुड बी इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर बोथ द टीम्स. कैप्टन टॉक्स की बात करते हैं. देखते हैं कैप्टन के यहाँ पे क्या विचार थे when the game started. Pitch report. Let's talk about the pitch report as well. For the last 4-5 days, there has been terrible weather in Kingston. There is still a little bit of drizzle in there, but the clouds are high. And we are hoping for a full game today. तो आज उम्मीद होगी एक पूरा गेम हम देख पाएंगे. So far, good start for Ford. Just 2 singles. देखते हैं काफ़ी एक्साइटेड है सब लोग. And Shy Hope looking for that right balance. And today they have very powerful cricketers. And they're just making sure. Shy Hope कह रहे कि यहाँ पे ज़्यादा डॉट बॉल्स ना खेले. And for the hand, Kusal Mendes is trusting his experienced bowlers in this game. Another dot. Still to left. Kusal Mendes is yet to fire power. Trying to get his first big hit. देखते हैं 2 गेंदें अभी बची है. क्या वो पहला चौका या छक्का ढूंढ पाएंगे या नहीं. देखते हैं. मैथ्यू फोर्ड looking like a promising start in his first over. Just 2 of that first 4 deliveries. Still 2 to go. Oh, there has been a drop. Opportunity, first wicket. This could have been the first wicket. And there was a good chance of getting that early wicket, but they missed it. And this time they gets the boundary. पतम ने संगा विद द सेकेंड वन. दूसरा चौका उनके बल्ले से. और इसी के साथ यहाँ पे 7 runs coming from this over. 15 for none after 2. बहुत ही बेहतरीन शॉट उस आखिरी गेंद पे. एंड एवरीवन इज एक्साइटेड फॉर दिस फर्स्ट T20 गेम. क्योंकि पिछले 2 मैचेस हुए थे, दोनों ही वॉश्ड आउट हुए थे. Second ODI and third ODI, both the games were washed out without a single ball being bowled. And Shy Hope, let's say, can he find that right combination? They have 2 spinners, Akil and Roston. Moti misses out, and they have got 4 seam options. तो देखते हैं आज किस तरह की गेंदबाजी भी रहती है वेस्ट इंडीज की. चलिए, we are back with a new over. Starts off with a single. Okay, it's time for a quick poll. देखते हैं quick poll ऐड करते हैं chat section में. Let's see you guys are supporting which team in this first T20. Lanka won the toss, opted to bat first. फैसला किया था यहाँ पे बैटिंग करने का और यहाँ पे बैक टू बैक सिंगल्स. Akhil Hussain again with the second over. इस बार अच्छी गेंद, फर्स्ट डॉट. देखने वाली बात ये होगी कि फर्स्ट पावर प्ले में क्या स्कोर रहता है. What would we expect in that first 6 over from Sri Lanka? Oh, here we go. Boundary, first one for Kusal Mendes. And timed it perfectly. अभी तक गुड लेंथ डिलीवरी करते आ रहे थे पिछली दोनों ही गेंदे, बट इस बार बेहतरीन शॉट. Still 2 balls left. 6 so far in this over. देखते हैं जाते जाते क्या फिर से कोई बड़ी हिट लगा पाएंगे. And this is a positive batting from Kusal. Short delivery, pitching just outside the off stump. Over the mid on, one bounce and a boundary. Last ball of this over. देखते हैं प्रथम ने संका. And dot ball to end this over. A decent one from Akhil Hussain. 22 for none. 22 बिना किसी नुकसान 3 ओवर के बाद. चलिए देखते हैं यहाँ पे फिलहाल शुरुआत. करंट रन रेट 7 का फिलहाल चलता हुआ. एंड स्टिल 3 overs आर लेफ्ट इन दिस पावर प्ले. तो देखते हैं और कितने रन्स की उम्मीद हम कर सकते हैं. काफ़ी फुलर थी. पैड्स पे गेंद की थी जो आखिरी गेंद थी. डॉट बॉल के साथ इस ओवर की समाप्ति करते हुए दो ओवर स्पिनर के कर चुके हैं इस पावर प्ले में. लेट्स सी, आर वी गोना सी द फर्स्ट बॉलिंग चेंज येट? दे स्टिल हैव दे आर प्लेइंग विद 4 सीमर्स. तो जैसे कि हम कह रहे थे कि आज दे स्टिल हैव शर्मा जोसेफ, रोमायो शेपर्ड, जेसन होल्डर. Austin Chase is also there. So काफी changes. Here we go. First maximum of this innings. And Kusal Mendes, what a hit that is. Just powerful, just enough to get that maximum. An excellent start for this new over. Matthew Ford bowling his second over welcomed him with a maximum. And here we go, another back-to-back maximums for Kusal Mendes, and this is the start they were looking for. After the first 3 overs, they're struggling to get that maximum. Now they have got back-to-back. यहाँ पे बैक टू बैक 2 बड़े हिट्स देखने मिले हैं. एंड फाइनली नाउ दे आर प्लेइंग एट द रन रेट ऑफ 10. 2 huge hits from Mendes. Poor start from Matthew Ford. तो अगर हम विन प्रोबेबिलिटी की बात करेंगे एट दिस मोमेंट इज अराउंड 50-50. बट देयर इज अ स्लाइट एज. वेस्ट इंडीज being in their home conditions, but 2 massive hits to start this new over. तो बड़े हिट्स के साथ यहाँ पे इस ओवर की शुरुआत करते हुए इस बार अच्छी गेंद, सिर्फ सिंगल आता हुआ. 85 मीटर्स का पहला छक्का लगाया था towards that long off, and then again good length delivery outside the off stump. Shuffle किया, picks up the shot. Similar to like Supla, Hits off middle of the bat, clears the long leg boundary. बहुत ही अच्छे फॉर्म में नजर आ रहे हैं वैसे कुशल मेंडिस. 13 so far in this over, 3 balls to go. And let's see क्या होता है. What will be the final score in this power play? Back-to-back singles. Good comeback from 4. देखना होगा यहाँ पे पार्टनरशिप. Strong start in the partnership. Yet to lose their first wicket. तो देखते हैं अभी भी पहले विकेट की तलाश होगी वेस्ट इंडीज को. देखते हैं मिलता है या नहीं इस पहले 6 ओवर में. आखिरी 2 गेंद. This time this is the line. And I think that's the first wide of this innings. पहले मिस टाइम किया था. इसके पहले वाली गेंद फ्रंट फुट पे थी. This time way outside. Still 2 to go. काफी ज्यादा going down the leg side. And single again. Last ball will be played by Nissanka. 2 boundaries for him. 13 of 11. Kushal Mendis 1 boundary. 2 maximums in this over. 23 with 12 balls being played. देखते हैं यहाँ पे 23 बनाए हैं मेंडिस ने. अभी तक तो शुरुआत अच्छी रही है. सिंगल लेग बाय आता हुआ. एक गेंद अभी बची है. देखते हैं लास्ट बॉल. Can Nissanka get another big one? Or West Indies still searching for their first wicket? Yeah, we are yet to see a bowling change. अभी तक जो शुरुआत की है वेस्ट इंडीज ने दोनों ही सिर्फ 2 ही गेंदबाज अभी तक यूज किए. With that single, Nissanka will keep the strike. काफी अच्छी कोशिश की थी कुशल मेंडिस ने भी. Swings, misses it, but picks up that leg by. उसके बाद आखिरी गेंद पे just a single to end this over. A huge over for Sri Lanka, a productive one. 17 runs coming from it. 17 आए हैं. 39 for none after 4. Between there's a live poll going on in the chat section where you can vote and support for your favorite team. देखते हैं आप लोग कौन सी टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो आज के इस गेम में, श्रीलंका या वेस्ट इंडीज. And let's see who's gonna bowl the next one. So far it has been a good over. And in the air, is that a big one? And here we go, maximum first one for Nissanka. And that's the YooCric. After that expensive over for Matthew Ford, Jason Holder. First change and he's welcomed with a boundary. I'm sorry, just 1 bounce over the fence. So it has been given a boundary. The boundary to start off this new over. It was very close. तो यहाँ पे confusion हुआ था कि ये चौका है छक्का है. And Kushal Mendis. Both the batters are now looking in a good touch. And here we go, first breakthrough. Holder strikes in his first over. And what a comeback. After that boundary, bowled him. And here's the first breakthrough. And finally, Jason Holder breaks this partnership. It was looking promising. Dangerous looking partnership has been broken. और इसी के साथ एक important partnership यहाँ पे टूट चुकी है. पहली गेंद पे बहुत ही अच्छा चौका लगाया था, उसके बाद यहाँ पे वापसी की है एक विकेट के साथ. 43 for 1 after 4. And Patumne Sanka will depart for 18. अच्छी शुरुआत यहाँ पे जेसन होल्डर को मिल चुकी है. एंड न्यू बैटर इन एट नंबर 3 लसित क्रूजपुले कह सकते हैं. And much needed wicket. Finally West Indies getting that in the 5th over. Patumne Sanka tried to flick it away but misses it. Ball deflected off the pads to dislodge the bails. Finally, Holder drawing that first blood in this first innings. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे आगे का खेल कैसा रहता है. जेसन होल्डर बहुत ही एक्सपीरियंस्ड प्लेयर है. Played for GT. And they're all coming back with a good form. And starts off with the appeal and looks like umpire was not interested. Lasit starts off with a dot. तो देखते आज देखना होगा लसित की बैटिंग किस तरह की रहती है. थर्ड umpire they have went for the review and they have taken it. देखने वाली बात ये होगी कि they went for the LBW check and now we are gonna see is there any chance of wicket. देखने वाली बात ये होगी क्या कोई विकेट हम देख पाएंगे. So they went for the review and now we're gonna check. देखते हैं ultra edge, is there anything on the ultra edge, and if there's no bat then we'll have a look at the ball tracker. फिलहाल यहाँ पे सिर्फ वेट करना होगा. So let's wait and watch. Good length delivery, they swinging back. Cruzpulle is trapped in the crease. And let's see if that's hitting the stump. देखते हैं यहाँ पे विकेट होगा या नहीं, बहुत जल्द हमें पता चल जाएगा. Fair delivery, no bat involved. Okay, so now we are moving into the ball tracker. Oh, here we go. That was a good review. And Jason Holder strikes him on the first ball and now he finds himself on a hat-trick. Pitching outside off, impact in line and hitting the leg stump. Back-to-back wickets for Holder and what a start. After that boundary, getting 2 wickets. Review is retained and Cruzpulle, very unfortunate. He went out for duck. 43 for 2 after 4 and Pawan Ratnake is new batter in at number 4. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे एक हैट्रिक बॉल है जेसन होल्डर के लिए and can he get that? This is the first T20 game. West Indies versus Sri Lanka. Pawan Ratnake 10 innings, 250 plus runs and that's a great review from the West Indies. Lasit is gone for Golden Duck on his T20I debut. Let's see, can he get his hat-trick? Hat-trick ball for Jason Holder. Pawan Ratnake will face this hat-trick ball from Jason. Let's see, can he get it or not? Missed it. Dot ball. Dot ball to start for Ratnake. Misses the hat-trick. But what an over. Excellent one from the holder. Still 2 balls to go and an over left for the power play. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे किस तरह की फिनिशिंग हम देख पाएंगे. हैट्रिक तो मिस कर दी है, बट अगली 2 गेंदें देखना होगा. Excellent comeback from Jason Holder after that boundary. 2 wickets, 2 dots, and now we have reached towards that final ball of this over. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे पवन रत्नायके yet to get his first run. Will he get off the mark of that last ball? Let's see. Jason Holder now got 50 wickets in his T20s. And again dot ball to end this over. Excellent start from Jason Holder. Got 2 breakthroughs in a single over. 43 for 2 after 5. 43 पर 2 है 5 ओवर के बाद. And let's say, is that a good decision? Sri Lanka winning the toss, opting to bat first. Still an over left in this power play. Let's see, can we see any other change? क्या फिर से कोई बदलाव हम देख पाएंगे गेंदबाजी में? After that great over from Jason Holder, 4 runs, 2 wickets off it. And let's see who's going to ball the final. Chama Joseph, another new bowler, has been introduced. And pacers from both the end now. देखते हैं जोसेफ को किस तरह की शुरुआत मिलती है. 22 innings, 26 runs. Starts off with a wide. वाइड के साथ यहाँ पे शुरुआत करते हुए शमा जोसेफ. Still there on the crease. 22 of 12. New batter Pawan Ratnayake yet to get his first run. Good length delivery going down the leg side, which has been called for wide. Now single, and Ratnayake back into the crease. देखते हैं यहाँ पे आज रत्नायके शुरुआत होगी. They are looking to build another partnership. And let's talk about the projected score. देखते हैं क्या average first inning score at the Kingston. Sabina Park is around 170. That's the average first inning score. And ज़्यादातर हमने देखा है कि अगर एक अच्छा टोटल बनता है तो उसे डिफेंड करना आसान रहता है. And here we go, Ratnayake. What a way to get off the mark in a style with a boundary. Excellently played that. Positive start from Pawan Ratnayake. They were a bit of struggling to get some runs after those wickets. And finally इस बार गैप ढूंढ निकाला है रत्नायके ने. Final over of the power play. Let's see how many more runs we'll see. They are just 1 run away from half century on the scoreboard. In the air, is that a big one again? Oh no, here's a wicket. In the air and taken. But I think they're gonna have a look at the catch check. The third umpire gonna confirm it whether that's a wicket or not. Attempt अच्छा था, but यहाँ पे देखना होगा. Is that a clean catch? And will Shama Joseph get his first wicket? Ratnayake took that risk. And now we're gonna have a look at that catch. तो देखते हैं क्या यहाँ पे तीसरा विकेट होगा या नहीं. बने रहिए YooCric पे. That's a fine start in this power play. If there's a wicket, शमा जोसेफ को भी अपने पहले ओवर में यहाँ पे विकेट मिल जाएगा. We're still waiting for the third umpire. Decision is pending. Let's have a closer look at this catch. काफी अच्छी पेस हम देख पा रहे शमा जोसेफ द्वारा. He's bowling at around 140, 142 consistently. And yes, it has been given. Pawan Ratnayake, after hitting a boundary, now he has to go. Shama Joseph strikes in his first over. And Pawan Ratnayake departs for 4. 49 for 3 after 5. यहाँ पे 49 पर 3 हो चुके हैं already. And I think a good comeback after that positive start. A strong looking start from Sri Lanka. Kamindu Mendes, new batter in at number 5, another all-rounder. And it's now both the Mendes are on the crease. So let's see. यहाँ से हम क्या देख पाएंगे. They're struggling to build a partnership. And they lost 3 wickets in quick succession. देखने वाली बात ये होगी. देखते हैं अब. This time misses the line again, gets the wide. Shama Joseph getting wicket in his first over. Both Jason Holder and Shama Joseph आते ही यहाँ पे विकेट लिया है अपनी टीम के लिए. देखते हैं अगली 3 गेंदें. Still 3 balls left, 7 runs and a wicket so far in this over. This is the last over of the power play. काफी ज्यादा लेग स्टंप के बाहर थी वो गेंद जहां पे वाइड आई थी. एंड इस बार सिंगल आया है. कुशल मेंडिस बैक इनटू द क्रीज. लेट्स से he'll try to go for big ones because these are the last 2 balls of this power play. देखते हैं यहाँ पे रिस्क लेंगे, कोशिश करते हैं या नहीं to find something of that next 2 balls. Kushal Mendes 23 of 13 playing at a strike rate of 170. तो देखते हैं यहाँ से किस तरह की फिनिशिंग हम देख पाएंगे. And here we go, what a shot. Kushal Mendes crunched it, finds the gap. And that's the boundary number 2. 2 boundaries, 2 sixes. He's looking in a good form. अच्छे फॉर्म में नजर आ रहे वैसे कुशल मेंडिस. Still a ball to go. 2 boundaries so far in this over and wicket as well. Let's see last ball. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे हम क्या देख पाएंगे. Just a single. Kushal continues picking up boundaries at the other end. And this time this was edged out. Edge के थ्रू यहाँ पे आई थी. Back of the line delivery थी. And pushes away from the body. Gets a thick edge. And it flies through the vacant slip region. In the third man region. Single to end this over. Kushal Mendes will keep the strike. And at the end of power play, 56 for 3. And क्या लगता है क्या एक अच्छी शुरुआत है. Currently they are playing at a run rate of 9. And now it is going to be more interesting. We have yet to see Roston Chase bowling. So if they have used just a single spinner. Akhil Hussain. Let's see. Will Holder continue with a second? The Holder आ चुके हैं फिर से. What a start it has been for him. 2 wickets, 4 runs from his first over. And after the power play, now the field restrictions are over. तो देखते हैं अब यहाँ से उस तरह की बल्लेबाजी हम देख पाएंगे या नहीं. श्रीलंका लॉस्ट 3 विकेट्स इन फर्स्ट 6 ओवर्स. नए ओवर की शुरुआत सिंगल के साथ करते हुए कमिंदु मेंडिस देखते हैं यहाँ पे शुरुआत कोशिश करनी होगी. ट्राई टू फाइंड टू गेट बैक दैट मोमेंटम. बट करंट रन रेट के हिसाब से आई थिंक projected score is still looking good for the team. Around 180 is still possible from here if they play at this run rate. तो देखते हैं अगर इस यहाँ से अगर ये कोशिश बरकरार रखते हैं इस रन रेट से तो अभी भी एक अच्छा टोटल खड़ा कर सकते हैं. Let's have a look at the upcoming batters as they have lost 3 wickets. Nisanka, Kruzpule and Ratnaike have out हो चुके हैं. They have been back into the dugout. आने वाले बल्लेबाज दसुन शानका है, वरिंदु असरंगा. सो नाउ दे हैव अब थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम है बिकॉज नाउ दे डोंट हैव मोर बैटर्स, जस्ट 2 to 3 ऑलराउंडर्स टू कम. कुड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम जेसन होल्डर. Another single. Now it's going to be interesting. Ki after the power play, it's kind of a mixed result. Sri Lanka will be happy with that start, but they might feel losing 3 wickets and too many. काफ़ी ज़्यादा wickets lose किए, इतना expectation था नहीं. And West Indies will want to remove Kusal Mendes soon enough as he has looked in a great touch so far. तो यहाँ पे कोशिश यही होगी वेस्ट इंडीज़ की कि अगर मेंडिस का विकेट मिलता है तो फिर बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किलें पैदा हो सकती है, फिर दिक्कत वाली बात होगी श्रीलंका के लिए. बट देखते हैं फिलहाल सॉलिड स्टार्ट फॉर जेसन होल्डर. जस्ट 2 सिंगल्स सो फार इन दिस ओवर. देखते हैं कोशिश जारी है. दोनों बल्लेबाज ट्राइंग अगेन टू स्टार्ट दिस इनिंग्स, to build a new partnership. देखने वाली बात ये होगी. वैसे जेसन होल्डर बॉल्स अराउंड 130, ज़्यादा पेस है नहीं, एंड यूजिंग हिज हाइट. काफ़ी ऊंचे कद के खिलाड़ी है. देखते हैं लास्ट 2 बॉल्स. कैन वी सी समथिंग अगेन आफ्टर द पावर प्ले. अनदर डॉट. That's outstanding. Good over so far from Jason Holder. Still a ball left. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे. Kusal Mendes will try to be at the crease as long as possible. He knows the importance of his wicket. यहाँ पे कोशिश यही होगी कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा देर क्रीज पे बने रहने की. 2 मेंडिस अब है क्रीज पे. एंड लेट्स सी व्हाट विल ही सी फ्रॉम दैट लास्ट बॉल. विल ही ट्राई टू गो फॉर अ बिग वन, रिस्क लेंगे या नहीं, लेट्स फाइंड आउट. Just a single. That's a fine over from Jason Holder. Just 3 runs coming from it. 50 nice over में. He has been economical. Great start for Jason Holder. 59 for 3 after 7. And if you look at the lengths being bowled by Jason Holder, and between they eventually had a discussion as well. Jason Holder, Shai ke beach, they had a discussion, but they didn't went for it. They were looking to take a DRS, but yeah. Good variations, कुछ अच्छे length deliveries, कुछ good length, some low full tosses as well. And let's see, will Shamar Joseph ball again or will have a change? नए ओवर की शुरुआत फिर से डॉट बॉल के साथ करते हुए आखिरी विकेट गया था पवन रत्नायके का. He went out for 4 runs and here we go, starts off with a dot. So far, super bowling from Jason Holder. Oh my god, what a hit that is! Kusal Mendes getting his 3rd maximum. Much needed shot to release that pressure. And that's a huge. Captain leading from the front for the team. और इसी के साथ यहाँ पे एक और डॉट गेंद आती हुई. Kusal Mendes 36 of 22. And smashed it. Half volley pitched outside the off stump. And on the front foot picks up the length early. 80 meters over the extra covers. What a lofted drive from him. This बार अच्छी delivery back of the length. Another wicket. And dangerous looking Kusal Mendes is gone. And that's a big blow. ये एक बड़ा wicket होगा. Kusal Mendes was looking really promising. Shamar Joseph gets this wicket, and this time a huge one. Kusal Mendes departs for 36, 2 boundaries, 3 sixes. And now Sri Lanka are in difficult position. 65 for 4. And dangerous looking Kusal Mendes. अब फिर से लौटेंगे pavilion. But yeah, good innings from him, a good knock. And let's see who's gonna be the next batter. Now we'll have 2 new batters at the crease. अब यहाँ से देखना होगा किस तरह से यहाँ पे पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड करते हैं. श्रीलंका आर इन ट्रबल नाउ. And Tasun Shanaka, the experienced all-rounder, is back into the crease at number 6. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे एक नई पार्टनरशिप की शुरुआत होगी. Roston Chase, make no mistakes, takes the catch. And that was a beautifully taken leading edge. And Chase making no mistake. At the backward point, भागते हुए गए, chased it towards the backward point, dives it towards his rise and takes a stunner catch and send Kusal back into the pavilion. इस बार wide आते हुए Shamar Joseph started off poorly, got hit for a maximum, but उसके बाद could come back. He got his 2 wickets as well. 2 for Holder, 2 for Shamar Joseph. Still 2 balls left. Dot number 3 Last ball of this over. Dasun Shanaka yet to get his first run. देखते हैं क्या अपना अकाउंट खोल पाएंगे इस ओवर में या नहीं, देखना काफ़ी दिलचस्प रहेगा. And now it's an important stage. Any more wickets from here could lead in more trouble. तो अगर यहाँ पे और कोई विकेट गवाते हैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल में आ जाएगी टीम. And they still have plenty of over left. Still 12 overs game is remaining. And they have already lost their 4 crucial wickets. Dot ball to end this over. Superb again from Shama Joseph after getting hit for a maximum. Look at that comeback. 7 runs coming from it. And a wicket as well. 66 for 4. 67 पर 4 है 8 ओवर के बाद. And let's see. Kamindu Mendis, Tasun Shanaka, 2 new batters. Now they need to play some responsible innings to get an competitive score. तो यहाँ पे कोशिश रहेगी try to get at least 160 to 170. But if they get more, the better. Now they have. Let's talk about the upcoming batters. अभी भी वनिंदु हसरंगा है, थिक्शना चमीरा, ईशान मलिंगा and दिलशान मधुशंका. That means they have only left with one all-rounder. वनिंदु हसरंगा होंगे. That would be their last hope with the bat. उसके बाद they are playing with 4 bowlers, so that would be a challenge for them. Rumayo Shepherd, another new bowler, has been introduced. Starts off with a single. And IPL winning. He has been back after winning the trophy. Rumayo Shepherd. He's dangerous with both bat and ball. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे किस तरह की शुरुआत शेपर्ड को मिलती है. Now there is no pressure. West Indies, they have done a good job so far with the ball. अभी तक अच्छी गेंदबाजी की है. And right now, good length on the off stump. थर्ड मैन की तरफ खेला था सिंगल के लिए, बट उसके बाद यहाँ पे डॉट बॉल. Right now, West Indies are very much favorites and they have the high win probability at this moment, around 80% to win this game. तो देखते हैं, can Sri Lanka turn around, get some more runs on the board? देखना काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा. Rumayo Shepherd, 72 innings, 81 wickets in his T20 career. And that's a fine start. Just a single of that first 3 balls. And if you look at the bowling options they have used so far, तो उस बारे में भी हम बात करते हैं. And let's have a look. They have used 5 bowlers: Akil Hussain, Matthew Ford, Jason Holder, Shama Joseph, and now Rumayo Shepherd. Yet to see Roston Chase bowling. Let's see. Another single. Sri Lanka under pressure now after losing their captain. Last 2 balls. Let's see who'll draw, who'll get that first boundary. Kamindu Mendes or Dasun Shanaka. That would be really interesting. वैसे Shanaka is a dependable middle order batter for Sri Lanka, and he has been there for the team every time when they needed. और आज भी एक ऐसे पोजीशन पे है जहाँ पे शनका की बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है, and they need this partnership to go well. Dot number 3, last ball of this over. And just a dot ball again. Is that a dot? Confirmation कर लेते ना, it's just a single. A good start from Romaya Shepherd. Just 3 runs coming from it. 69 for 4 after 9. Finally, second spinner for West Indies. Bowling his first over, Austin Chase, another good all-rounder. And starts off with a dot again. Sri Lanka struggling to find runs after losing 4 wickets now. देखते हैं यहाँ पे अब यहाँ से कौन कोशिश करते हैं कुछ बड़े हिट्स लगाने की. They need to find some boundaries to get back the moment, and here we go, first boundary after losing their captain. Kamindu Mendes finding the gap, and there is some relief for the Sri Lankan fans now. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे ज़रूरत होगी to build a momentum from here, to build a partnership again from the scratch. Austin Chase. Bowling round the wicket. बहुत ही अच्छा reverse sweep, gets into the position early, gets that reverse sweep, hits in the air between short third man and backward point where he gets his boundary. And single again, last ball of this over will be played by Shanaka. So far he's struggling to get runs, just 1 of that 5 balls. And look at that strike rate. He's playing at very low strike rate. He's playing really slow at this moment. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे Shanaka, key player now at the crease for Sri Lanka. And just a single to end this over. Could come back from Austin Chase after that boundary. Just 6 runs coming from it. 75 for 4 after 10 at the halfway mark. And with this run rate, the projected score anywhere around 150. We could see anywhere around 150 to 160. But currently, they need to hold some wickets to stay alive in this game, because West Indies are much favourites now after getting those 4 wickets. Time for drinks break. We'll be right back after a short break. जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. तो बने रहिए YooCric पे. You're watching first T20. And if we talk about the recent forms, In past 5 matches, West Indies have won 3 and lost 2. Sri Lanka have lost 4 and won just 1. तो इस हिसाब से कंपैरिजन करेंगे तो ज़्यादा बेहतर फॉर्म में है वेस्ट इंडीज़. And let's see how Sri Lanka handles the situation after the drinks break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Let's see how Sri Lanka will find the rhythm after the drinks break. They need to build another good partnership to stay in this game. तो देखते हैं क्या यहाँ से एक अच्छी पार्टनरशिप बिल्ड कर पाएंगे, because losing wickets from here could bring more trouble to the team. We are back after the drinks break, and let's see, next 10 overs could be really interesting. And what a start, positive start, and Dashan Shanaka meanwhile getting his first boundary. And much needed shot, much needed boundary for him. काफ़ी ज़्यादा struggle कर रहे थे, but इस बार he gets his first boundary as well. Both the batters have got one boundary each. Partnership of 14 or 15 balls. And what a hit, what a hit. That's a massive. And this is the start they were looking for. Sri Lanka needed to pick up the pace. And they are getting some runs now. Rumaya Shepherd, expensive start. A boundary and a maximum. And let's see, पहले शॉट गेंद की थी, कट किया था उसे towards that point. Now maximum, and with that single Kamindo Mendes back into the crease. But that start would release some pressure for the batters. So देखते हैं how they'll find the way from here. A massive strike from Shanaka over the deep square leg was right in the slot for him to get that maximum. Last 2 balls of this over, 12 runs so far, a boundary and a maximum, couple of singles. Shanaka getting his form back, finding his rhythm again, and doing the job for the team. They're very close to the century on the scoreboard. Slight improvement in the run rate as well. तो देखते हैं आखिरी 2 गेंदों पे हम क्या देख पाएंगे. Another single. Last ball will be played by Mendes. And if you look at the strike rate, Dasun Shanaka started really slow. But अब एक अच्छे strike rate पे नज़र आ रहे हैं. Coming to Mendes on the other hand, still trying to get some more runs. तो देखते हैं आखिरी बॉल. Will come in to go for a big one. Nah, just a single. But a good over. 14 runs coming from it. 89 for 4 after 11. And let's have a look at the stats so far. Patum Nisankha, Kusal Mendes, the opening stand. They built it off really well. Nisankha scored 18. Kusal Mendes, the captain, scored 36, 2 boundaries and 3 sixes. Lasith Krospulle, this was his maiden T20 game and he went out for Golden Duck. Unfortunate. Pawan Ratnaike, he departs for 4 as well. At the crease, Kavindu Mendes and Dasun Shanaka rebuilding the innings again. 24 of 20. Partnership between both the batters. Romayo Shepherd, a bit expensive in his second over. Let's see whether we'll see Roston chase again. Yeah, he's back into the attack with his second over. तो देखते हैं यहाँ पे फिर से डॉट बॉल के साथ. Starts off with a dot. So yeah, West Indies playing with only 2 spinners today. Akhil Hussain and Roston Chase, and this time what a shot. Kamindu Mendes finds the gap and a bit of struggle ends here. Gets his second boundary. And this is what he was looking for. Single again. 5 so far in this over. And so far it's looking like a good partnership. शुरुआत अच्छी रही है. Partnership अच्छी build हो रही है at this moment for Sri Lanka. Just 6 runs away from the century on the scoreboard. Can they do it in this over? देखते हैं इस over में क्या century पूरा होगा scoreboard पे. Currently they are playing at the run rate of 8. They are looking to get around 160, 170, and that's the average score at Sabina Park. Let's see what will be the final score at the end. They still have Vanindu Asaranga and dot ball again. Back to back dots. Last ball of this over. And just a single. Shanaka will keep the strike. Good comeback from Roston Chase after getting that boundary. 3 dots. 2 singles. 6 coming from it. 95 for 4 after 12. ऐसा लगा था कि इस ओवर में शायद 100 पूरा कर लेंगे श्रीलंका, बट यार रॉस्टन चेस की कुछ अच्छी गेंदबाजी, कुछ अच्छे बॉल्स हमें देखने मिले. एंड दे स्टिल हैव 8 overs in hand. And let's see, with this run rate, we are still expecting around 160 to 170. And I think that would be a decent score, a bit of competitive one at this ground. तो देखते हैं currently win probability. West Indies are 75% favorites to win this game. Sri Lanka, they still need to find some good runs on the board. And if you look at the depth, West Indies are looking much balanced today. Being Hitmire, Roston Chase, Shofin Rutherford as well, Roman Powell, Jason Holder. So much depth in the batting. Akilusen back into the attack after the power play now. Starts off with a single. काफ़ी अच्छी डेप्थ है अगर हम बात करेंगे वेस्ट इंडीज़ की. एंड दे हैव प्लेंटी ऑफ ऑलराउंडर्स प्लेइंग टुडे. रॉस्टन चेज है, रोमायो शेपर्ड, जेसन होल्डर. एंड इफ यू लुक एट द बेंच, देखते हैं बेंच पे कौन है. या गुडाकिश मोडी मिसेस दिस गेम. एंड हियर वी गो, बाउंड्री ऑफ द सेकंड डिलीवरी कमिंग टू मेंडिस. Brilliantly done. And with that boundary, 100 up for Sri Lanka. After that tidy over from Chase, spin continues from other end now. Coming to Mendes, 21 of 18. Finding his rhythm back. वैसे अगर हम strike rate देखेंगे, both the batters are now playing at around above strike rate of 100. They started off slow, but they're heading well now. Finding their rhythm back, getting some momentum and getting some runs as well. Now we are seeing a boundary every over, but we are seeing more singles and dots as well. The struggle is still there. But they need to build that partnership. Last two balls. And that's another single. Last ball. Will be played by Mendes. Let's see, we'll try to go again. He got that boundary of that second ball. Will he take risk again of that last ball? 7 so far in this over. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद पे कमिंग टू मेंडिस फिर से कोशिश करेंगे या नहीं. And here we go, what a shot. Boundary number 2 in this over. Is that a maximum? Yes it is. Yes it is. पहले ऐसा लगा कि चौका है, but now it's a biggie. Some much needed big hits coming from the Sri Lankan batters. And what a way to end this over. 13 runs coming from it. Ends this over with a maximum 108 for 4 after 13. And that's a massive. Picking that shot perfectly to get a maximum. Expensive start in this new spell for Kilusen. And what a slog shot from him towards that long on for a maximum. That was a humongous blow from the Mendes. Single to start off this new over. Roston Chase back into the attack. We are seeing spin from both the ends. तब दोनों ही and let's see, Roston Chase has been economically well with the ball today. Single leg by to start this over. Yeah, and that's a perfect looking partnership between Mendes and Shanaka, complementing each other, getting crucial runs for the team, building an important partnership for the team as well. Trying to make comeback in this first T20 game. Roston Chase, back-to-back dots. So far, superb bowling from Chase. And just an extra, just that single leg by of that first ball. Apart from that, looking like a good over. देखते हैं 2 गेंदें भी बची है. फिनिशिंग किस तरह की रहती है देखना होगा. Kamindo Mendes slowly finding his form back. 27 of 23, 3 boundaries and a maximum. Dasun Shanaka 17 of 17, 1 boundary and a 6. Last ball of this over. And looking like an excellent one from Roston Chase. And what a way to end a boundary. Boundary to end this over. Kamindo Mendes. That was a good start from Roston Chase. But ends up with a boundary. But yeah, again a decent one economically. It's a good over. Just 5 runs coming from it. 113 for 4 after 14. 113 पर 4 है 14 ओवर के बाद. And we still have 6 overs left in this first innings. And partnership of 48 of 38 at an important situation. Both the batters are playing well. And let's see. West Indies will try to look for another breakthrough. Will they get it or not? We'll find out in the next few overs. So stay tuned. And let's see, will we see any bowling change so far? Spinners from both the end. Boundary on that last ball hampers the figures somewhat, but still a very good over. And let's see, will we see Akhilosan again or there will be a change? Okay, Holder is back in the attack. शुरुआत करते हुए सिंगल के साथ. And finally a change in the ball. Back-to-back singles. Good start from Holder. That was shot around the off. Pulls off and I think they'll get another couple of runs. And with that 250 partnership is up between Mendes and Shanaka. Some crucial knock from both the batters after losing those 4 wickets. देखने वाली बात यहाँ से ये होगी कि वेस्ट इंडीज को जो अगला विकेट है वो कब मिलता है. And now it's time to go hard against the West Indies attack to push for a bigger score. तो यहाँ से I think now they need to try to get some big hits. Still 5 overs left after this one. And 2 again. 3 to go. And finally Sri Lanka making comeback in this contest now. At this moment it's 70-30. West Indies are still 70% favourites to win this game. And Sri Lanka are now at 30. slowly finding their momentum back into this game. After losing those wickets at quick succession, they needed a good partnership, and finally they found it. Last ball of this over. So far 7 runs coming from it. Let's see what will we see from that final ball. Shanaka playing at the strike rate of 100. Yeah, but he's a big hitter. So let's see. Still 5 overs are left after this one. देखते हैं अभी 5 ओवर का खेल बचा है इसके बाद. But yeah, now they need to try to get at least 1 or 2 big hits every over and try to get to a competitive score. They should push for a bigger one. And a couple of runs to end the over. 10 runs coming from it. 121 for 4 after 15. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. And I think this is the most expensive over of Jason Holder today. And if you look at the bowling, Akilusan bowled 3 overs, Matthew Ford bowled 2. Holder completes his 3rd over as well. Shama Joseph, Romario Shepherd bowled 2 overs each. Roston Chase, he has just 1 over left. Wicket takers Jason Holder and Shama Joseph getting 2 wickets each in this first T20 game. तो देखते हैं यहाँ से आगे का खेल किस तरह का रहता है अगले 5 ओवर में. देखना काफी दिलचस्प रहेगा. Currently playing at the run rate of 8. Hamindo Mendes 36 of 28. Dasun Shanaka 21 of 20. West Indies are now struggling to break this partnership. Let's see who's going to bowl the next over. And Chase is back with his final over. He has been brilliant economically under 6 and starts the new over with a single. चलिए देखते हैं इसके बाद अभी भी वैसे तो कुछ ओवर्स बचे हैं बट रोस्टन चेज he has been good with the ball so far in this game. ज़्यादा रन्स लीक नहीं किए हैं. His wicketless but economical as well. He's bowling around the wicket. First dot. Yanaka is consistently playing at the strike rate of 100. Got that maximum and a boundary, but yet it's looking like very slow. यहाँ से कोशिश करनी होगी पुश करने की. Here we go, finds the wicket. Roston Chase in his final over gets his first wicket, and Dasun Shanaka tried to go for a big one, but this time finds the player. He's got out, and a decent knock comes to an end at an important stage. और इसी के साथ he departs for 22, and Chase getting his first wicket. Just outstanding with the ball. Still 2 balls to go, and Sri Lanka 124 for 5 after 15, and that's a well deserved wicket in his final over. Shanaka looking to take the attack to the off spinner. Chase realizes Shanaka's intent and pushes the ball wider, bowls where the fielder is set. Matthew Ford takes that catch, and finally a good looking partnership is broken. Wanindu Asaranga, new batter in at number 7. 77 innings, 807 runs in his T20 career. तो देखते हैं यहाँ से किस तरह से फिर से एक नई पार्टनरशिप की शुरुआत हम देख पाएंगे. And Roston Chase superb with the ball. Last ball of this over, just 2 runs and a wicket. And that's an excellent spell from him as well. Let's see, will Hasaranga opens his account in this next ball? Yeah, with that single, Hasaranga is off the mark as well. Will keep the strike for the next over. And what a spell from Roston Chase. 1 wicket, 19 runs from his 4 overs. And Sri Lanka 125 for 5 after 16. Still 4 overs remaining in this first innings. So stay tuned. Let's see how many more runs are we going to see. And if we talk about the bowling stats, let's see, are they going to use pacers, spinners? Akhil Hussain still have 1 over left. Holder has 1. Shama Joseph has 2 overs left. So let's see, Shai Hope who'll get the next ball. Matthew Ford back into the attack and starts off with a single. Wanindu Asaranga, new batter in. अब यहाँ से देखते एक नई पार्टनरशिप की शुरुआत हो चुकी है मेंडिस और असरंगा के बीच. एंड so far Kamindu Mendes playing that crucial role in the middle order, but they need to find some big hits to keep this game more interesting. Yeah, that's a fine start from Ford. They'll get a couple of runs again. Kamindu Mendes finds the gap, but they'll get just 2. Still 3 balls to go. Let's see. Sri Lanka now have just 3 overs left after this one. They need to find some big hits. And here we go, what a shot. Kamindo Mendes taking the charge from here. And that's out of the park. What a hit. Mendes on 40s now. And that will release some pressure of the batter. Just 5 runs away from his half century. And that was much needed maximum from the Sri Lanka. And what a knock from Kamindo Mendes. Single again, last ball of this over, 10 runs coming from it. And there's a slight improvisation in the run rate as well. तो फिलहाल यहाँ पे 8 की रन रेट से बैटिंग करते हुए श्रीलंका की टीम. Let's see, will Hasaranga get his big hit of that last ball? Currently just 2 of 3. Yet to get his first big hit. And what a shot that was from Kamindo Mendes. Full toss on the stumps. Launches it down the ground for a maximum. Never easy to hit this low full tosses. But Kamindo is looking in great touch today. Dot ball to end this over. 10 runs coming from it. 135 for 5 after 17. Just 18 balls remaining in this first innings. And I think West Indies have really done a good job with the ball. And now they'll try to restrict them under 160 would be a good total to chase here. So let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. देखना होगा यहाँ पे अगली ओवर कौन करेंगे. वैसे मैथ्यू फोर्ड बिट एक्सपेंसिव. 3 overs 32 runs from him. Shama Joseph back into the attack. He got 2 wickets today. Starts off with a single. And that's a good start. Back-to-back singles. Sri Lanka, they need to try to get at least 160, 170. As we already said, average score is ground पे 165 से लेके 170 है. तो कोशिश करनी होगी. If they get around 170, then I think that would be a good total. But against this side, West Indies, they have some good lineups, good batters in this lineup today. First dot. Excellent start from Shama Joseph. He still have an over left. I think आखिरी over भी Shama Joseph करेंगे. And they have, and looks like they have went for the third umpire and they have taken a review. Now we're gonna have a look. LBW check यहाँ पे होता हुआ नजर आ रहा है. And I think now let's wait for the ball tracker and let's see if there's any bat involved or not. Shama Joseph, Yorker at the stumps, tries to flick it, but misses it. LBW appeal turned down and West Indies opt for the DRS. Now let's see क्या यहाँ पे स्टंप पे गेंद हिट हो रही है या नहीं, ये देखना होगा. एंड विल शमा जोसेफ will get another wicket, and it's an important one because Kamindu Mendes is in a fine touch. He's on 47 of 34, 2 maximums and 4 boundaries in this innings for him. तो यहाँ पे अगर ब्रेक थ्रू मिलता है तो थोड़ा और प्रेशर बढ़ जाएगा श्रीलंका पे. Let's see what third umpires. Let's see if this is again a good DRS. We're still waiting for the ball tracker. And yeah, it has been given a doubt. It's a low full toss that impacts very close to the leg stump. And umpire call is retained. Shamar having a big smile on his face. But yeah, good start for Joseph. Just 2 of that first 3 balls. And here we go. This time he gets it. Wanindu Saranga. He was just struggling a bit to get some runs, and Shama Joseph finds another wicket. Wicket number 3 for Joseph, and Wanindu Saranga has been caught out. Tried to go for a big one, but misses it. Another wicket down. Wanindu Saranga, he'll depart for 3 runs. Sri Lanka 138 for 6 after 17. 2 balls still to go. And Shy Hope taking that catch. Six wickets down. Kamindu Mendes is still on the crease. And Mahesh Dixon, a new batter in at number 8. Shama Joseph continues his wicket taking form in the T20s. Third wicket of the evening for the pacer. Dixon 38 innings, 107 runs. So yeah, not that great stats. वैसे गेंदबाज है Dixon तो ज़्यादा उनसे उम्मीद नहीं कर सकते हैं. देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद, लास्ट बॉल ऑफ दिस ओवर. Will Dixon opens his account of that last ball? And with that, single is off the mark, and will keep the strike. 139 for 6 after 18 last 12 balls, 2 overs remaining in this first innings. And if you look at the projected score from here, at this moment is around 155 to 160. The more the better. Let's see Kamindu Mendes still at the crease, and he's in good touch. 47 of 34. अब यहाँ से जो भी एक्सपेक्टेशन होगी बड़ी हिट्स की वो कमिंदू मेंडिस द्वारा होगी, तो देखना काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा. And let's see who's gonna ball the next one. I think Jason Holder, who has Matthew Ford. Jason Holder, who's gonna ball the next one. 1 over left for both the bowlers. Matthew Ford has 1 left. Jason Holder has 1 left. As well as Shepherd is also there, but he has bowled just 2 overs today. तो देखने वाली बात ये होगी अगली ओवर यहाँ पे कौन करेंगे. So stay tuned. You're watching first T20 game only on YooCric. Starts off with a doll, Jason Holder, with his final over. He has been brilliant today with the ball. 2 wickets, 16 runs. Economically, he has been great. And let's see, at the death, what a start, what a start. Back to back dot balls. Just 10 balls left now. Sri Lanka, they need some big hits. And I think Tikshana should try to rotate the strike and get Mendes back into the crease. That should be their game plan. देखते हैं यहाँ से ऐसा कुछ करना होगा तीक्षणा को, क्योंकि ज़्यादा स्ट्राइक यहाँ पे मेंडिस को रखना चाहिए. And I think most of the balls should be played by Mendes at this important stage of the game. Just last 10 balls, and here we go, another wicket. Jason Holder getting his third. What a ball. Tikshana again trying to go for a big one. Misses it completely. He's been caught out. Just one of that 5 balls. 139 for 7. After 18, still 3 balls left. And yet to see first run in this over. तो एक बहुत ही अच्छी शुरुआत यहाँ पे जेसन होल्डर की. एक भी रन आई नहीं है. And Tikshana is back into the pavilion. Let's see who's the next batter. And I think Mendes is just watching from the other end. If you look at the projected score, it should be around 150 to 160. Dushmanta Chamira, new batter in at number 9. And that was a super slower delivery from Holder. Back of the hand with just 98 km per hour behind it. A nothing shot from Tikshana. Holder gets his third wicket. And more importantly, the dot balls. Such skillful bowling from the West Indies. Single again. Dushmanta Chamira gets off the mark. And Kamindu Mendes finally into the crease. Last 2 balls of this over. Let's see. Will he try to go for a big one? Will he get something off the bat? Sri Lanka on 140 now. And single again. Great bowling from Jason Holder. Last ball of this over. And let's see what Shamira does here. I think he should risk it. And Mendes should keep the strike in the next over. I think this is what they should do. But देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या गेम प्लान रहता है फिलहाल. आखिरी गेंद है इस ओवर की. And let's see how Holder ends this over. Just 2 runs and a wicket so far. West Indies are looking very strong in this first T20, and Jason Holder ends this over with a dot ball, 2 runs and a wicket. And this has been a superb spell from him today. 3 wickets, 18 runs from his 4 overs. And that's the end of the over. 141 for 7 after 19. And I think Shama Joseph will end this first innings with his final over. So stay tuned. The good thing is Kamindu Mendes should play the all 6 balls. पूरी ओवर यहाँ पे Kamindu Mendes को खेलनी चाहिए. And at the final over, let's see how many runs they'll get from that last 6 balls. Joseph back into the attack, starts off with a dot. Excellent start again. 5 balls remaining. Kamindu Mendes on 48, just 2 runs needed for his half century. But I think they need to find something at least a boundary or a maximum in those next 5 balls. देखते हैं यहाँ पे बड़ी हिट लगा पाएंगे या नहीं मेंडिस, ये देखना काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा क्योंकि यहाँ पे ज़रूरत है रनों की. बिकॉज एट दिस मोमेंट वेस्ट इंडीज, आई थिंक इट कुड बी एन ईजी चेस फॉर देम इफ यू लुक एट द लाइनअप. एटलीस्ट श्रीलंका 170, we were hoping they'll get around 170, but it has been really awful with the bat. If you look at the 18th and 19th over, just 6 runs coming from those 12 balls, and couple of runs again coming to Mendes completes his half century. इसी के साथ अपना 50 पूरा कर चुके हैं. 50 off 37 balls, 4 boundaries and 2 maximum, currently playing at the strike rate of 135. And let's see, yet to see a big hit in this over. And if we look at the past 2 overs, we have not seen any boundaries or maximums. Sri Lanka struggling to get some runs at the end. And let's see, will they end off with some big hits. Let's see, last 4 balls. And good thing is this has been fighting innings from the Kamindu, and actually has done well for the team. But yeah, they needed some more runs. तो यहाँ पे गेंदबाज फिलहाल रुक चुके हैं. Will wait. Sharma loses his run up, turns up again, and another good ball. Dot number 2 in this over, and this is looking really promising from Joseph. A very productive over. Yet to see a boundary and a 6. We have not seen any big hit after that 17th over. Final 3 balls. Can we see something? Again a 2. फिर से 2 रन यहाँ पे मिलते हुए. At this crucial stage, Sri Lanka are struggling to get some big hits. Last 2 balls of this over. Coming to Mendes, I think. And yeah, they have went for the review again. Nah, it's third umpire check for the run out. So let's see, is there any chance of the wicket? तो देखते हैं कितना क्लोज कॉल है. Has he made his ground? Let's check. And yeah, it has been given. Sri Lanka losing another wicket. And through the run out. Miscommunication, and they have lost a wicket every over from that 18th one. From that, yeah, again coming to Mendes, and excellent throw from Matthew Ford, and Mendes departs for 51. This has been outstanding knock from him today. Ishan Malinga, new batter in, and the final few balls. 2 again, he's off the mark. And चलिए पहुंच चुके हैं आखिरी गेंद पे. Last ball of this over, and let's see, can they touch that 150? They just need a boundary to get past 150. Let's see, can Malinga do it for the team, and will we see 150 on the board? And I think this is looking like a much easy run chase for West Indies, but let's see how easy it will be, or it will be a tough one. But Sri Lanka, they need to do a lot with the ball when West Indies comes to bat at the second innings. And just a single to end this over. And another superb over from Shamar Joseph. Just 6 runs and a run out as well. And we're just waiting for the confirmation. Okay, it's a wicket again. Wow. Again a run out. Second run out in this over. And that's the end of it. That's the end of the first innings now. Very close to that 150, but they tried really well. Good knock from Kamindo Mendes and the captain Kusal Mendes. Both the Mendes played really well today. And apart from that, it was not that great. Patumne Sanka 18. Pawan Ratnaik, even he failed today to get some runs. Tasun Shanaka 22, he played. He tried to build a partnership with Mendes at the crucial stage. And finally, end of the first innings, 146 for 9 after 20. And it was total good bowling performance from the West Indies today. And if you look at the stats, Jason Holder getting 3 wickets, Shoma Joseph getting 3, and Roston Chase getting that 1 wicket, 2 run outs, and Sri Lanka losing their 9 wickets. Yeah, they got that one of that run out of that final ball. 147 for 9 after 20 overs. At the end of the first innings, we are still waiting. And let's see, second inning run chase will begin shortly. So stay tuned. जल्दी लौटेंगे हम सेकेंड इनिंग्स में, तो देखते हैं इस टोटल को चेस कर पाएंगे या नहीं वेस्ट इंडीज़ की टीम. वैसे तो बहुत आसान लग रहा है. Currently, if you ask me, the win probability is almost 85% favorites. West Indies and Sri Lanka, they have just 15% chance of winning this game from here. And with that run out, another good throw from Matthew Ford. वैसे दोनों ही विकेट मैथ्यू फोर्ड को मिले. Got those 2 run outs at the end. It was Fuller outside the leg, flicks it towards the long on, and he was trying to get the couple of runs, but eventually moves out of the crease while Hope lobs the ball to Shamar, who whips off the bells. And इसी की तरफ पे Sri Lanka finishes off on 147 for 9 of their 20 overs. It's time for the break, so stay tuned. We'll be back with the second innings run chase. You're watching only on YooCric. First T20, West Indies versus Sri Lanka. जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद, so stay tuned. Okay, welcome back to the stream. We are back with this run chase. Opening batters for West Indies, Brandon King, I hope. And with the new ball to start for Sri Lanka, Dilshan Madhushanka. Off the mark, Brandon King straight away gets off the mark with a single. Let me set few things up. It would be an interesting chase. Let's see. Sri Lanka need few economical as well as wicket taking overs to stay in this game. Otherwise, I think it would be an easy chase for West Indies. They need to do really great things with the ball today. तो देखते हैं क्या अच्छी गेंदबाजी यहाँ पे कर पाएंगे या नहीं. फर्स्ट पावर प्ले वुड बी इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर बोथ द टीम्स. Madhushanka, good start so far, just a single. Sri Lanka winning the toss, opting to bat first. And I think they were looking to put more runs on the board, but they ended off with just below 150. The chase is underway. And players, umpires. And if we talk about a brilliant performance with the ball from experienced Jason Holder and Austin Chase and the youngster Shamar Joseph have helped West Indies to contain Sri Lanka to a score of around 147. And after losing the toss and being asked to field the series at Jamaica. And here we go, first boundary. Shy Hope gets off the mark and style. First boundary of the innings for West Indies. स्टिल बॉल टू को देखते हैं, आखिरी गेंद इस ओवर की देखते हैं किस तरह से फिनिश करते हैं इस ओवर को. आई थिंक देयर इज नो प्रेशर एट ऑल इन दिस रन चेज बिकॉज दे आर नॉट चेजिंग अ ह्यूज टोटल. एंड देखते हैं यहाँ पे श्रीलंका हाउ दे परफॉर्म विद द बॉल. लास्ट बॉल ऑफ दिस ओवर, Madhushanka. And dot ball to end. Just 5 runs coming from it. A decent start. And let's see who's gonna ball on other end with Dilshan Madhushanka. If we look at the bowling lineup of Sri Lanka, तो देखते हैं आज किस तरह की गेंदबाजी इनके पास है. So let's have a look. They have Ishan Malinga, Dushmanta Chamira. They have 3 pacers. Shanaka can do the job as well. So they have 3 all-rounders who can bowl. Mahesh Theekshana is also there for the team. So yeah, they have 2 spinners, 4 pacers. I think they have 3 spinners and 4 pacers. So there are plenty of options to test out today. And let's see. Hoping for that first breakthrough. तो देखते हैं विकेट मिलता है या नहीं. And welcome back everyone who's on the stream. Thanks for joining YooCric. You're watching live Watchalong. And it's first T20 at Sabina Park, Kingston, Jamaica. Dushmanta Chamira starts off with a dot. And first 6 overs will be important for both the teams. And required run rate is not that huge. It's not that big as well. So I think West Indies, they just need to get around 7 to 8 runs and try to get that good start. And here we go, first boundary for Brandon King. And both the batters now off the mark with the boundary. Yeah, this is just 3. Saved that single, but he'll get that 3. It was very close to the boundary rope. Just 3 off that second ball. Let's see Sri Lanka. They need some wickets in this run chase to stay alive in this game. Single again. Still 3 to go. वैसे 6 का रन रेट है फिलहाल यहाँ पे. देखते हैं. Last 3 balls. And if you look at the previous forms, as we said earlier, West Indies, they have won 3 games in their 5 previous matches, and Sri Lanka have won just 1 game in their 5 previous matches. West Indies having some better form, and they have much balanced lineup in this first T20 game. Another dot, still 2 balls to go. Welcome everyone for the second innings run chase. Dushmanta Chamira bowling from other end. And here we go, first breakthrough. Brandon King. He has been caught out. And that was much needed wicket. They needed that breakthrough. And Sri Lanka getting their first wicket. Dushmanta Chamira strikes in his first over. Brandon King departs for 4 runs. West Indies 9 for 1 after 1.5 overs. Okay, it has been given no ball. Another life. Another life for Brandon King. So lucky. Sri Lankan fans would be not happy with this thing. And free hit upcoming. Single plus no ball. Shy Hope has a good opportunity now. देखते हैं यहाँ पे क्या वो हिट लगा पाएंगे. And that's a moment of the day. Free hit. No ball, getting wicket, then a free hit. And let's see, will he clear the park? Can we see a boundary or a maximum? No, it's a good ball. Just a single. Good comeback, even though he misses the wicket. But yeah, just 6 so far in this over, still a ball to go. But that could have been the first breakthrough. तो यहाँ पे मिस कर दिया उस अपॉर्चुनिटी को नो बॉल के चलते. तो देखते हैं आखिरी गेंद क्या देख पाएंगे. लास्ट बॉल. And what a shot. Shy Hope ends off this over with a boundary. But they're gonna have a check. So we just have to wait for the confirmation. Decision is still pending. We need to wait. The check is still happening, so you just have to wait few more. And I think that should be, is that a boundary? We're waiting for the confirmation. But yeah, they missed the chance. Early strike from Dushmantar Shamira, but it was called no ball. And that was a simple catch, but he was lucky. And now boundary of that last ball. चेक अभी भी जारी है, तो देखते हैं, इंतजार करना पड़ेगा थोड़ी देर. West Indies, it's not a huge total to chase, and I think it's gonna be. At this moment, West Indies are more favorites to win this game. They're still waiting for that check to be completed. And yeah, it has been given. Boundary to end this over. That was full angling in. Hope swings it down the ground, while the man at mid-on tracks back, dives to push the ball inside. Oh, it has. We're waiting for it. I think it's just to fielder at the. Okay, I think he got a wicket. यहाँ पे नए ओवर की शुरुआत. And Dilshan Madhushanka getting wicket of his first ball, and finally draws the first blood as well. But again, I think they have taken the batting review, so we have to wait again. And I think lot of third umpire activity we are seeing. Brandon King taking that review for the LBW check. Let's wait for the ball tracker. Let's see if there is any bat involved. And will Sri Lanka get their first wicket? Original decision is out, and West Indies have challenged it. And let's see, we are waiting for the ball tracker. Brandon King, the umpire fingers goes up, but King has reviewed it. Full swinging hit. Okay, it has been given, not out. Swinging in from over the wicket. He wants to swing it over the mid wicket, but he misses it. And yeah, good review again from the West Indies. Pitching just outside the leg stump. Brilliant review from the King. Decision overturned to not out. And we are back into this game. Unfortunate again. And here we go. After that, boundary for Brandon King now. Current run rate and required run rate are almost same. And I think Sri Lanka, they're struggling to find those wickets. Few lucky moments for West Indies. And King survives. First boundary for Brandon King. He's on 9 of 8. Shashyt 7 of 7. Both the batters are playing at the strike rate of 100. Let's see, power play would be important for both the teams. तो दोनों ही टीम के लिए पावर प्ले काफ़ी ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट रहेगा. तो देखने वाली बात ये होगी कि how many runs will West Indies score in their power play. Single. Shashyt back into the crease. यहाँ दो मिलेंगे. Quick double. And that's good running between the wicket. बहुत ही अच्छा pull shot. King comfortably pulls it over the square for a boundary. And now couple of runs again. Short थी. And if you look at the pace, Madhushanka is bowling at around 135 to 140 kmph. Still 2 to go. There is a length delivery on that leg stump. And what a shot again. Boundary number 2 in this over. 11 so far. Still a ball to go. And good start for West Indies in this run chase. And I think it would be comfortable chase. They still have 10 wickets in hand. Total pressure on Sri Lanka. They need to find some wickets to get back into this game. Let's see. Will they be able to get it or not? Still a ball to go. An excellent shot from shashyt, the skipper. And what a hit. That's first maximum. And that's a big over for West Indies. shashyt attacking in those last 2 deliveries. 17 runs coming from it. And what an improvement in the run rate. They are playing at the run rate of 10. 30 for none after 3 overs. And that was a massive hit. 6 to end that over. And before that, we see that classical flick shot from shashyt getting that boundary over that mid-on. Pure timing from the West Indies keeper. And then maximum shot at the body. Attempts it to pull shot. And gets the top edge. Flies over the long leg for a maximum. Excellent over for West Indies. Thikshana back into that. New bowler has been introduced. Mahesh Thikshana from the other end will be expected to get their first breakthrough. Starts off with a single. Mahesh Thikshana, 83 innings, 82 wickets in his career. वैसे श्रीलंका के पास भी एक 17 ओवर का ओवर था. They got that 17 over as well. But Holder and Joseph turned the things around. Back-to-back singles to start this over. Over the wicket यहाँ पे गेंदबाजी करते हुए महेश तीक्षणा pushes it on for a single. And what a shot again, Brandon King. And I think both the batters are getting well along. Pure timing. Boundary number 2 for King. He's on 17 of 12. And that's a good start in this power play for West Indies. Comebacks with a dot. Mahesh Thikshana. Still 2 to go. And Sri Lankans expecting a wicket at this moment. And what I heard, Brandon King joins the party and gets his first maximum as well. And it's looking like another huge over coming up for West Indies. They got 17 of that previous over. 12 so far in this one as well. And if you look at both the batters have got 2 boundaries and a 6. Last ball of this over. And dot ball to end this over, but got a boundary and a 6. 12 runs coming from it, 42 for none. After 4, 42 बिना किसी नुकसान 4 ओवर के बाद वेस्ट इंडीज still need 106 in 96 balls to win this game. And yeah, 2 overs are still remaining in this power play, and West Indies off to a head start, playing at the run rate of 10, about 10 I would say. And at this moment, win probability, and I think West Indies now have the maximum chances of winning this game from here. Sri Lanka are way behind. They need some wickets and some economical overs to stay in this game. But if you look at the depth, and let's have a look at the upcoming batters, they have a long lineup and good number of all-rounders as well. Shimron Hetmeyer, Roston Chase, Shafin Rutherford. Look at that lineup. Roman Powell, Jason Holder, Romayo Shepherd. Plenty of batters to come in play. Dushmanta Shamira back into the attack with his second over. Starts off with a couple of runs. Single again, Brandon King back into the crease. Got 2 big hits in that previous over. Both the batters are on now 20s. And that's a good start. And I think losing the toss was beneficial. But the good thing, they restricted them under 150. And that's the key point. Sri Lanka, they should have tried to go over 170, something like that. But I think here we go. What a shot again. Maximum number 2 for Brandon King. And with that 6, 50 up for West Indies. And still 9 balls remaining in this power play. And let's see how many more runs are we gonna see. Are they gonna finish it early? And I don't think they need all 20 overs to win this game from here. And if you look at the timeline, we are seeing a maximum every over now. Brandon King, Shai Hope, both are very aggressive batters. And this is the start they wanted. This is a 3-match T20 I series. And West Indies dominating at this moment. Still 3 balls to go. Sri Lanka still in search of a wicket. And the 50 runs opening stand is raised between King and Hope. Spectacular comeback from the former to the T20 International playing 11. Moreover, the ball is lost and a box of replacement options is brought in. And that's why there was a slight delay. But yes, at this moment, Sri Lanka need to do lot more with the ball. Last 2 balls of this over, 9 runs so far in it. And here we go, maximum number 2, Brandon King. I think he's looking unstoppable today. And if they play like this, and I think just they would finish it under 15 overs if they play like this. What a hit. Brandon King, 35 of 18, 3 sixes, 2 boundaries. And maximum towards that deep mid wicket. Last ball of this over, 15 runs. And I think अब अगर यहाँ से फिर से कोई बड़ी हिट आती है तो ये सबसे बड़ा ओवर हो सकता है. This would be the biggest over. They got 17 of that third over. Yeah, with that dot, just 15 could come back from Chamira. And what a hit again. And that sounded really great. 15 runs coming from it. 57 for none after 5. West Indies still need 91 in 90 balls to win this game. They just need 6 runs per over. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over, last over of this power play. Sri Lanka still searching for their first wicket. Let's see whether they'll get it before power play or after power play. That's gonna be interesting. Ishan Malinga, new bowler, has been introduced at the end of this power play. तो देखना होगा क्या ईशान मलिंगा को पहला ब्रेक तो दिला पाएंगे अपनी टीम के लिए. ये देखना काफ़ी दिलचस्प होगा. And starts off with a single. And if you look at the run rate, it's almost double what they needed. Right arm fast medium, Ishan Malinga. Back-to-back singles. So far, good start. But I think, is that too late? Sri Lanka to make comeback is gonna be really tough from here. बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होगा यहाँ से comeback करना. But देखते हैं. Still long way to go. And here we go, boundary again. Shy Hope continuing with his form, getting third boundary. And look at the strike rate. Both the batters are playing at the strike rate around of 180. And they are not stopping here. I think we are going to see this game finished early. And if they play at this strike rate and run rate, maybe 15 to 16 overs would be enough to finish this game. Yeah, less than that. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting. Still 3 to go. 6 so far in this over. Just a single. That's a good delivery. And partnership is building really great between these batters. Back-to-back singles. Last ball of this over. And just a single to end this over. End of the power play. 9 runs coming from it. 66 for none. And let's see what will be the comeback strategy for Sri Lanka. Kusal Mendes. Is there any chance now? And I think it's very slim. $82 still needed in 84 balls to win this game. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over after the power play. And the spin attack continues. Vanindo Saranga. Another new bowler has been introduced after the power play. Let's see, can he get that first breakthrough? Because West Indies are looking really great in this run chase. Can Saranga get that first breakthrough for the team? Starts off with a single. And here we go, clean bowled. Brandon King, after that promising start, he is being bowled by Saranga. And Sri Lanka getting that first breakthrough after the end of power play. 67 for 1. Brandon King departs for 37. But that was a fine knock from him. 2 boundaries, 3 sixes. And played at really good strike rate of around 160. And let's see who's going to be the next batter. But finally, Sri Lanka getting that first wicket. Shimron Hetmeyer, new batter in, the left-hander at number 3. And let's see how Hetmeyer will perform today. "72 innings, 1500 plus runs in his T20 career. And the spin wizard strikes early in his spell. King's luck run outs, but a fine start for him. Yeah, we have to wait for the next delivery. That's a nicely flighted delivery by the spinner. Hetmeyer gets off the mark with a single. Finally, the required run race drops below 6. अब यहाँ से बहुत ज़्यादा मुश्किल होगा कमबैक करना श्रीलंका के लिए. देखते हैं. Good start for Saranga. So far, just 3 runs and a wicket. And what a shot. Hetmeyer getting his first boundary and very second ball. And that's a positive start again, even after losing that wicket. West Indies looking comfortable in this run chase. Still a ball to go. And what a hit at that long on from Hitmyer. And what a hit, that's huge. What an over. Hitmyer getting a boundary and a 6 of that last 2 balls. And Hasaranga, even after getting that wicket, been a bit expensive. And what a way to end this over. 13 runs coming from it. 79 for 1 after 7. West Indies just need 69 in 78 balls to win this game. And what a hit that was. Tossed up delivery. It's full and in the slot. And over the park. What a hit to finish that over. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next one. 13 overs still left. Ishan Malinga back into the attack. Malinga starts off with a dot, but I think more than dots, they need some wickets over here. But I think it's almost certainly looking like game over, because West Indies batters are looking in good touch today. Here we go, another boundary. They're not going to stop here. And I think we are confirming it. Let's wait for the final decision. Is that a boundary? Yeah, it's just 2. And at this moment, West Indies having that higher percentage from winning the game from here. Required run rate has dropped drastically from 7 to 5 now. Single again. 3 of 3 balls. Still 3 to go. Let's see Ishan Malinga so far. Good start, but I think we have to wait for that next delivery. Another dot. Much better line from Malinga. Single again, last ball of this over. So far just 4 runs coming from it. A decent one from Ishan. Let's see what will he see from that last ball. Shy Hope will face that final ball of this over. And what a ball. Dot ball to end. Just 4 runs coming from it. 83 for 1 after 8. They still need 65 runs to win this game. They still have plenty of balls. And I don't think so it would be a difficult run chase from here. They still have plenty of batters and all-rounders to come into play. Hasaranga back into the attack with his second over. Single to start. And what a shot again. Shy Hope. 6 number 2 for him. And Vanindu Hasaranga. Will that be another expensive over from him? Even though getting that wicket. But economically, he has been expensive. What a strike from Shy Hope. Down the ground. Maximum. Hetmeyer back into the crease with that single. And they're looking in good touch now. Partnership of 24 of 13. And they're playing at a good strike rate. Hetmeyer over 200. And Hetmeyer loves playing against the spin. And let's see, can we see again what he did in that previous over? First dot of this over. Still 2 to go. And that was a clean strike from Shy Hope. Down the ground for a maximum. And skipper doing the job. Shy Hope on 40s now. And here we go, another boundary. Hetmeyer continuing his form. And Vanindu Hasaranga again being expensive. 12 runs so far in this over. Still a ball to go. And here we go, Hasaranga getting that wicket. And I think revenge has been taken. Hetmeyer getting caught out. But some good shot we have seen from him. Hetmeyer departs for 17. After getting those 2 boundaries and a maximum. And Hasaranga getting another wicket. Kamindo Mendes taking that catch. And Hasaranga fight backs to get another wicket. Wicket to end this over. 12 runs. And a wicket from it. 95 for 2 after 9. And let's see who's gonna be the new batter in at number 4. Kamindo Mendes making no mistake, taking that catch. Roston Chase new batter in at number 4. Hasaranga getting 2 wickets in this run chase. 53 still required in 66 balls. चलिए देखते हैं यहाँ से आगे की पारी किस तरह की रहती है. वैसे अब ज़्यादा रनों की आवश्यकता है नहीं. And I think now it's almost like one-sided contest. Thikshana back into the attack after the power play. And single to start this over. Thikshana back into the attack with the second over. और लगता तो नहीं है कि यहाँ पे ये मैच लास्ट तक जाएगा, क्योंकि जिस तरह की यहाँ पे पारी हम देख रहे हैं, इज लुकिंग लाइक एन इजी चेस फ्रॉम हियर. देखते हैं. महेश दीक्षित स्टार्टेड ऑफ वेल नाउ, जस्ट सिंगल ऑफ दैट फर्स्ट टू बॉल्स, बट आई थिंक इट्स टू लेट. इज इट टू लेट फॉर श्रीलंका? Back to back dots. Three dots in a row, and much better looking over from Thikshana. Still to left, just a single. Oh, that's excellent. That's been excellent. Last ball of this over. And just a single to end it. Just 2 runs coming from it. Much economical from Thikshana. 97 for 2. Just 3 runs away from the 100 on the scoreboard. And it's at the halfway mark. 10 overs are done. West Indies, they still required 51 in 60 balls to win this game. And is it time for a drinks break? Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. आफ्टर शॉर्ट ब्रेक जल्दी लौटेंगे एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. बने रहिए योक्रिक पे. यू वॉचिंग फर्स्ट T20 गेम and West Indies are looking really strong. If you're new on this channel, don't forget to hit that like. Okay, end of the drinks break. We are back into the attack. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hasaranga continuing his third over. Economically, he has been a bit expensive, but got that 2 wickets. Roston Chase starting off really slow. Just 2 of that 6 ball shy hope. Continuing his form, 42 of 26, 3 boundaries, 2 sixes. Back-to-back singles. They need less than 50 now to win this game. Still have 10 overs left. That's a fine over. Hasaranga. After being expensive, this is looking like much better one. 3 dots in a row. Still a ball to go. Last ball of this over. Let's see, will Roston chase? Still waiting for that big hit from him. He's actually very slow today. Just 2 of the 10 balls, dot ball to end this over. Just 2 runs coming from it. 99 for 2. After 11, just 1 run away from 100 on the scoreboard. West Indies still required 49 in 54 balls to win this game. Let's see who's gonna ball the next over. Dikshana back into the attack. So far, fine start. Back-to-back dot balls to start this over. Good length on the off stump. And with that single, 100 up for West Indies in this 12th over. I hope Roston Chase is building a new partnership, and they know there's no pressure on West Indies at this moment. They are much favourites from here to win this game, but let's see at which over they finish this game. What do you think? Another dot. Still 2 balls to go. And this was flighted. वैसे अभी तक बहुत अच्छे एरियाज में यहाँ पे गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं महेश दीक्षित. जो लाइन एंड लेंथ है काफ़ी बेहतरीन अभी तक. Yeah, if you look at the previous 3 overs, Sri Lankan bowlers have done really well. Just keeping that economically under 2. If you look at that 10th over, then 11th, just 2 runs they are giving per over now. But I think is it too late now? Let's see. Last ball. West Indies now missing those wickets after the departure of Inquires. I think they are missing those maximums and boundaries. Single to end. And back-to-back 3 economical overs from the Sri Lankans. Just 2 runs coming from it. 101 for 2 after 12. Sri Lanka still fighting back in this contest, and they're still trying to defend that total. But in that current situation, West Indies are still 90% favorites to win this game from here. यहाँ से वैसे चांसेस बहुत कम है, बहुत ही मुश्किल होगा यहाँ से उस टोटल को डिफेंड करना. गेंदबाजी में देखते हैं और क्या विकल्प यूज़ करते हैं. काफ़ी अभी वैसे तो कुछ ज़्यादा बचा नहीं है, बट देखते हैं. Single to start. A new over again. Roston Chase is struggling. Just 2 of 13 balls. Look at that. He was brilliant with the ball. But when it comes to bat, he's looking really slow today. Ishan Malinga back into the attack with his third over. And I think Sri Lankan bowlers are doing really well after those 2 wickets. Even Shashyt is playing a bit slow now. You're not seeing any boundaries, not even doubles. Just singles and dots. And that's why I said Sri Lanka needed some more runs on the board. Then I think that would have been defendable. But at this moment, West Indies are still in the game. चलिए देखने वाली बात यह है, यहाँ से तो बहुत मुश्किल है, बट देखते हैं. Still 3 to go, and when will we see that boundary or maximum? I think it has been a lot of balls now, and it has been a long gap, and I think we have not seen any ball hitting over the ground, over that boundary rope. Single again. And let's see from which player we would see that big hit. Will it be Roston Chase or Shashyt? Shashyt now just needs just 1 big hit to complete his half century. On the other hand, Roston Chase is playing like an ODI innings or maybe test, but he's quite slow. But yeah, they know that they are into this game, and just 1 big over and West Indies, then that would be uncomfortable chase. They still have big hitters coming up, and if you look at the lineup, they still have Shafin Rutherford, who has been fine form. Roman Powell is still there, Jason Holder, Romayo Shepherd, so they still have few power hitters upcoming. Single towards that square leg. Last ball of this over. And dot ball. Another excellent over. Just 4 runs coming from it. Ishan Malinga, he has bowled his 3 overs now. 105 for 2 after 13. And West Indies are now struggling to get some big hits. 43 still needed in 42. Let's see how far this game will go. And Sri Lanka still trying to come back in this game, but I think it will be very much difficult from here. But let's see. And let's have a look at the bowling stats at this moment. Madhushanka bowled 2 overs. Dushmanta Chamira, he has bowled 2 overs as well. Mahesh Tikshana, Ishan Malinga and Vanindu Asaranga bowled 3 overs each. And spinners are doing well now in the later stages of this game. Only wicket taker for Sri Lanka today is Asaranga, getting those wickets of Brandon King and Shimron Hitmaier. And this is a very slow partnership. 11 of just 26. Asaranga again starting really well. Just a single. And I'm still trying to figure out what are the batsmen trying to do here. Why they are not charging? Why they are not attacking at this moment? They are playing really slow, and they should have finished it by now. But I would say commendable job by Sri Lankan bowlers, and poor batting from the West Indies. Let's wait. And I think last over of Hasaranga, and Roston Chase still waiting from him to get a big hit. Already played so many deliveries, 17 balls, just 6. Shashyt just one big hit away now from his half century. Still 2 balls to go, and we are just seeing singles and dots, no doubles as well, and that's really strange. Single again. They are just rotating the strike. Last ball of this over. काफ़ी स्लो खेल रहे हैं वैसे. इससे बेहतरीन तो ओडीआई और टेस्ट में भी देखा जाता है. बट एनीवेज, सिंगल टू एंड, just 5 runs coming from it, and Hasaranga ends his spell over here. 2 wickets, 32 from his 4 overs, 110 for 2 after 14. 38 runs still needed in 36 to win this game, and they are making it more interesting. West Indies batters are making this more interesting. Maybe they should try in the next over. Let's see who's gonna bowl next. They have just used 5 bowlers in this run chase. Maybe Thikshana or maybe Ishan Malinga. Let's find out. Roston Chase days are gone. Actually, is playing really slow. He was good with the ball, but is terrible with the bat today. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. Dushmanta Shamira back into the attack. Starts off with a dot. And here we go after a long break. Finally, Shashyt getting a boundary and completes his half century in a style. But that was a long break. We have seen a lot of singles and dots to finally see a boundary. And that long break is over. And the skipper getting his half century. .34 needed in 34 now. Dushmanta Shamira. And I think now Shashyt should try to go for big ones because there is no pressure. They can play freely. Try to clear the ground. Try to open up a bit more. And Roston Chase need to step up a bit. He's looking very slow. And this is not an ODI or test game. I think he should try to put pressure on the bowlers. He's taking on himself. Still 3 to go. Let's see, can we see something from Roston Chase? At least a boundary or maximum something. He has already played almost like 3 overs he played. And he's still searching for that. Struggling to get that boundaries or sixes. Still 3 balls to go. 5 so far in this over. And West Indies are still favourites to win this game from here. Sri Lanka has very slim chance to make comeback at this stage of the game. Dot number 2, Shamira. That is a cheeky boundary from Shashyt. Still 2 to go. Let's see. Can we see something from Chase? Another dot, another dot. And I think Roston Chase is making this run chase more difficult for the team. It should be opposite. But I think at least he should take some risks. He should take some chances. Or either at least try to get some doubles. He's only playing singles and dots. That's it. Last ball of this over. And just a single. He'll keep the strike again. And just 6 runs coming from it. 116 for 2 after 15. 5 overs are left in this run chase. And West Indies, I don't know why they have used so many balls. But when they started, I thought they would finish by 15th over. But so far they're playing really slow. 32 still needed in 30 balls. And the game is getting more interesting. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. Single to start. We are at few final overs. Just 5 overs are left. Thikshana back into the attack. Shashyt just completed his half century in the previous over. And is looking good. But on other side, Roston Chase still struggling to get some runs. Look at his strike rate. Just 40 in a T20 game. And even it's not a huge total. It's just 147. Again single. I think they are continuing again after that boundary. It's still singles and dots. They just need 6 to 7 runs per over to win this game. So that's not a big thing. But I think they should try to push a bit more. Because it's their game. And they should try to put pressure on the bowlers now. Roston Chase finally hitting his double figure. He's on 10 of 23. What a slow inning from him today. Another dot. Last 2 balls of this over. Shashyt the skipper. Dot number 2. Last ball of this over. And I think Thikshana with his final delivery. Just 3 so far in this over. And Sri Lanka, they fought back really well. If they had more runs on the board, then this would have been a close encounter. And just a single again to end this over. Just 4 runs coming from it. 120 for 2. And the game is still on. 28 needed in 24. And I'm still surprised why this game is getting so tough for West Indies. They have power hitters who are next to bat. They have Roman Powell, they have Romario Shepherd, and still they are playing so slow. Plenty of firepower still left. They have Rutherford, Jason Holder, who also plays well. Let's see, last 4 overs left in this run chase. Let's see who's gonna bowl the next over. Hasaranga and Thikshana have completed their spells. Madhushanka has 2 overs left. Chamira and Ishan Malinga have 1 over each. So most probably it would be Madhushanka or Chamira, I don't know. So let's find out. Yeah, it's Malinga back into the attack with his final over. He has been economical but wicketless. On the other hand, West Indies, they are still favourites and they have 8 wickets in hand. But it has been really slow now. Partnership of 26 of 43. That's actually a poor batting. Single to start this over. That's a great ball. First dot of this over, and Sri Lanka trying to build that pressure. They have been bowling really well. I think after that drinks break, they're back into this game and they're making the things more difficult for West Indies now. Current run rate and required run rate are almost same at this moment. 27 needed in 22. Things are getting frustrating. I think the fans, West Indies fans, would be really frustrated with the batting, how they are playing at this moment. First bounce of this over and wide has been given. .26 still needed in 22. In the air, is that a big one? Roston chase. And here we go. That long wait is over. And finally, we thought we'd never see something from Chase today. And after waiting for that 25 balls, he finally got his big hit. And getting his first maximum in this game. 20 needed in 21. The game is still on. Finally, some good intent from Roston Chase. Very slow start, but getting things back up now. Still 3 balls and here we go. Malinga. After that maximum, strikes and gets the wicket of Roston Chase. Good comeback. And revenge has been taken. Slow looking. Roston Chase was playing really slow. Finally gets back to the pavilion. He scored just 16 runs. And he gets out after hitting a maximum. Ishan Malinga bowled him out. West Indies 128 for 3 now. Still 2 balls to go in this over. 8 runs and a wicket so far in this over. And it's neck to neck now. 20 needed in 20 balls. Let's see who's gonna be the next batter. And it's Roman Powell. Back into the crease. The right-hander. Let's see, will Roman Powell get off the mark in his next ball? And that's the end of Roston Chase. Never got going with the bat tonight, and his painful stay is over. A preempted attempt to play the paddle, shuffled across the stumps and missed a straight ball, clattered into the middle stump, and that's the end of Chase. Awful innings, I would say. Just 16 of 26. And appeal. Yeah, umpire not interested this time. Roman Powell starts off with a dot. Last ball of this over. And I think they went for the review. Let's check. They have went for that LBW check. So let's wait for the third umpire. Let's see whether there is any bat involved. Then we'll have a look at the ball tracker. Roman Powell, the big hitter. They have went upstairs. And there was a roar at the Sabina Park as local hero Roman Powell walks in. So something for the fans over there to see their local star. But at this moment, let's see whether there is a wicket or not. Is that hitting the stumps? Waiting for the third umpire. Decision is pending. So let's wait for the ball tracker. And we are still waiting for it. Let's see, is there something? That's a fair delivery. Appeal for the LBW is turned down. Sri Lanka don't take much time to go upstairs. Powell swings and misses it. Gets hit on the pads. And now we are waiting for the third umpire to review it. Okay, it has been given not out. And Roman Powell is safe. He survives this DRS. And they have lost the review as well. Last ball of this over. That was a good pacey delivery. Yorker. Angle back on the leg stump. No bat involved. Pitching and impact in line. Missing the leg stump. Two straight from the Malinga. Sri Lanka lose a review. And let's get back to the game. And just a single to end this over. And Powell gets off the mark. He'll keep the strike. And Ishan Malinga ends his spell. 1 wicket, 26 runs. In his 4 overs, 9 runs and a wicket coming from this over. 129 for 3 after 17. And the game is still on. West Indies, they still lead 19 runs in 18 balls to win this game. And I think we're gonna see, I think they just have 2 bowlers left. And if you look at the scorecard, Madhushanka has 2 overs left. And Dushmanta Chamira has 1 over left. So it would be most probably Madhushanka who's gonna bowl the next over. So it's Pacers who gonna finish the job for Sri Lanka. Starts off with a wide. Madhushanka back into the attack with his 3rd over. Misses the line. and gets that extra run. 18 needed in 18 now. That was an excellent spell from Ishan Malinga. And now let's see what other bowlers do. Madhushanka and Chamira. And single again. And there are much more expectation from Roman Powell today. He's a hard hitter. But I think he's waiting for that right delivery to get going. So let's wait and watch. The game is getting tougher now. It's head to head. 70 needed in 17. Shai the skipper. I think he started off really well at a good strike rate. Then he slowed down a bit. But I would say it's a good fight back from Sri Lanka. Never imagined I would see such kind of run chase. By the time it should have been finished, but West Indies still chasing the total. 17 needed in 16 now. Madhushanka bowling into the right areas. Started with a wide, but fine comeback from him. The game is getting really exciting with every ball. Short and outside leg, pull to the deep square leg for an easy single. Still 3 to go. And another poor delivery. Wide number 2 in this over. Sri Lanka need to avoid those extras. 15 needed in 15. West Indies still struggling to find any boundaries. Shai even after being a set batter on the crease, still struggling to find runs on the board. Just a single again. 14 needed in 14. This game is going neck to neck. Last 2 balls. That was a well attempted Yorker. And finally the break is over again for Shai Hope, breaking the shackles, getting a boundary at an important stage of this game. The game was getting neck-breaking, but finding the boundary at the right time. 10 needed in 13. And what a shot from Shai Hope. This would release some pressure in this run chase. Still a ball to go. 9 runs so far in it. Let's see what will we see from that final ball from Madhushanka. And just a single. A fine over for West Indies. And a boundary would help them in this run chase again. Madhushanka. 2 extras, 2 wides. 139 for 3 after 18. 12 balls remaining, 9 runs needed to win this game. And I think it would be Dushmanta Chamira. He has 1 over left, and I think this would be the decider. This over will decide the game, and just few big hits and the game would be over. And let's see, will Shashyt do it for the team, being the skipper, leading from the front? And I think he should just finish this game in the next over. I think there is nothing much left now, and they should not take that pressure. And let's see whether we'll see this game in the final overs. Chamira back into the attack and starts off really well with a dot. One thing I like about Sri Lanka is they're still fighting back, and that's the good thing in a game of cricket. West Indies still have 7 wickets in hand, and I don't think there should be any pressure on them. But good bowling performance from Sri Lanka today. Over the wicket, good length outside off, goes for the pull. And inside edge on the pads, just a dot ball to start. Let's see. 9 needed in 11. Another dot, back to back dot balls. Brilliant start for Dushmanta. 9 runs needed now in 10 balls. Let's see, West Indies, they need just 1 big hit for that comfortable chase, and I think they should avoid going towards that final over. But let's see whether they will able to do it or not. That would be interesting. Another dot, excellent. What a start from Chamira. Back to back, 3 dots in a row now. 9 needed in 9, and the game is getting much more exciting with every ball. On the length, outside off, driven straight to covers, but fielder was there, no runs. 3 balls to go. And just a single. Roman Powell back into the crease. And I think he should show some power, as he would be familiar with his home conditions. Eight needed in 8 now. Last 2 balls of this over. Let's see, can he get that big 6? Can he get that big hit or something of that next 2 balls? Just 1 big hit to ease off things. And on the other side, Sri Lanka. Let's see if they take it to the last over. And single again. So far he has been brilliant. Chamira bowling into the right areas, finding those yorkers, good length deliveries. Shashyt, he's the only hope now. Let's see, will he get something of that last ball? Just 2 runs from this over. 7 needed in 7. And just a single. That was a superb over from Chamira. Just 3 runs. And we are at the final over. No one would have thought that we would see this kind of run chase from West Indies. They have dominated in the power play. And look at that. Now we are at the final over. 6 runs needed in 6 balls. And Madhushanka will bowl the final over. And let's see how interesting this game will be. So stay tuned. You're watching on YooCric. And don't forget to hit that like if you are new on this channel. So we are at the final stage of this game. And West Indies, they just need 6 runs to win this game. Last over. An excellent spell from Shamira as well. Shy Hope will face the first delivery, and let's see what the skipper does. Total pressure, but I think they just need one big hit away. Again a single to start this new over. Madhushanka. 5 runs needed in 5 now. An exciting game of cricket. First T20 at Sabina Park. And Sri Lanka are still trying to get back into this game. But it's difficult from this situation. But let's see how West Indies, will they finish it before those 5 balls? Let's see. And here we go. What a shot. Roman Powell muscled it. And finishes off the things in a style. And the wait is over. They took it this game too far. And I think they should have finished it earlier. But they made it more exciting. I think Roston Chase made this game more exciting. And at the end, West Indies won this game by 7 wickets. And that was an exciting game of cricket today. And the game ended off in the final over. Roman Powell gave that finishing touch and got that maximum over the deep mid wicket to finish off the things. First T20 of this 3-match series. West Indies winning this game by 7 wickets. Thanks everyone for joining. Stay tuned. If you're new on this channel, don't forget to hit that like. And we'll be back with another game, another T20 games. So stay tuned. And see you all in the upcoming games that we cover on our channel. So yeah, have a great day. And that was a good game of cricket. And if you look at the stats, I hope highest run getter for the team. Skipper leading from the front, scored 65 with 5 boundaries, 2 maximums. Brandon King, they both started really well, scored 37, 2 boundaries, 3 sixes. Shimron Hitmeyer, 17, 2 boundaries and 1 6 for him as well. And every batter have scored a maximum in this run chase for West Indies. Even Roston Chase got that maximum, just a 6 from his innings. And Roman Powell then finishes off in a stylish fashion to end this run chase. And in bowling department, I would say overall that was a good performance from Sri Lanka today. Vanindu Hasaranga and Ishan Malinga are the only wicket takers, but overall they have been economically well. Dilshan Madhushanka was a bit expensive, and I think that's it. Second T20, we'll see you all in second T20 between these two sides. And if you look at the fixtures, let's have a look. They have 2 test game as well. And second T20 will be played on June 14. And third T20 will be played on June 15. And they have the test upcoming June 25. They would have first test. And on July 3rd, they have the second test as well. So this is the Sri Lanka tour of West Indies for 2026. And Women's World Cup is also starting from today. First game. And I think that's England taking on Sri Lanka women. First T20 of this Women's World Cup. Okay, on the other hand, if you look at the Sri Lankan innings, they started really slow. Kusal Mendes and Pathum Nissanka gave that start. But middle orders, they struggled a bit. Kamindu Mendes scored 51. 4 boundaries, 2 sixes for him. Dasun Shanaka scored 22, 1 boundary and a 6 as well. Yeah, I think they should try it. Score was a bit less. Maybe average score in Sabina Park is around 160 to 170. And I think if that would have been the score, then things could have been a bit different. But at the end, West Indies have won the game. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining in. See you all in the next game. Have a great day.